You're still watching Prime Morning. This segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still phone Papa Perfy. Whatever gadgets you're looking for, whether mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, look no further. We've got you covered. Of course, we have authentic gadgets. So you can actually download the app on your phone to make things very simple, which is the Franco Trading app. Or for further inquiries, you can visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still phone Papa Perfy. Now, today, I don't know if it's supposed to be a mixed reaction from Ghanaians or what, because as it stands now, the packages that we are hearing between government and DSTV is causing a bit of mixed reaction. Well, some people do not understand it too well. Honorable Sam George was on a different station, a sister station, and explained it better. And so it's our duty or our mandate as journalists to also explain from what government is telling us to you, the ordinary Ghanaian, that's myself and you, because I love to call myself the ordinary Ghanaian, for us to understand it better, if we are benefiting or we are not. And if we are, how long is this going to last? Because there's going to be a review every 3 months. What does that mean? Does it mean that anytime we see a surge in the dollar or a decline in the city, we're going to see an increment, or it's going to be different? Now, one big question that is being posed is that if all of these benefits are happening, then why don't we just simply change the name? Yeah, well, we'll delve into that. I'm here with Dr. Adomako, and he's representing the NPP this morning. He came in quite early, you know. So good morning, Doc.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing quite well.
Great, and thank you for coming in very early. Thank you so much. I'll do the newspapers and then we can delve into our conversation for this morning. But remember that you're part of it, so send your messages to us on 055-157-5757. I'll start with the Graphic Business newspaper, the Graphic Business. Ghana stock market outperforms Africa. BOG's rate cut faces hurdles from high non-performing loans. Investor appetite wanes for short-term T-bills. Why Qatar emerging as strong contender for 2036 games, and World Bank raises concerns. Ghana faces mounting job crisis. 500,000 youth enter labor market annually. Wow, that's quite worrying. The next newspaper is the Overseer newspaper, the Overseer. Government to roll out in Nkukon Kitten program in October within 3 million birds. With 3 million birds, sorry. Wow. I want some. I want to do Nkukon Kitten, but what do I need to be able to qualify? Maybe we'll get to know this. Let me see if the stories here. Honorable, I'll have to ask you about a bit about your view on Nkukon Kitten. But in Nkukon Kitten, my mother used to do Nkukon Kitten when we were growing up. So I think that I'm interested in the Nkukon Kitten. Yes, Honorable, you can have this. So the Nkukon Kitten story is here. The government has announced plans to officially launch the Nkukon Kitten Poultry program in October as part of its efforts to reduce Ghana's heavy reliance on imported chicken and strengthen domestic food security. Speaking on hot issues with Kemini Emmanuel on Sunday, September 28, 2025, Minister of Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, clarified that the initiative has not yet been launched, but it is currently under pilot. The birds we used for the pilot are doing well, he confirmed. All right. Under the rollout, the government will procure 3 million birds, with each constituency set to receive 10,000 birds free of charge. In addition, 80,000 birds will be supplied to 50 existing commercial-scale farmers, while medium-scale farmers will receive between 1,000 and 3,000 birds each. So which category do I fall in? Well, we'll have to find out more about this, especially for those of you who are interested, because I am not a farmer, but I want to go into farming. So I want to know if I qualify for the Nkukon Kitten, because maybe I'm jobless, and then I realize there's a Nkukon Kitten, and I want to be a part of it. How many will they let me start with? 100, 200, 300? Well, I know it's not for just the established, so we'll also try our luck. More stories here. Galamsey fight. Government declares forest and rivers security zones. UDS World Cup victory elevates Africa's image, Education Ministry says so. Government to roll out a national AI strategy, emerging tech bill. And another one says, Kenny Japan's team demands disciplinary action against Wuntumi and Abronye. Now, Honorable is here. I'll first ask him about the Akokon Kitten. What do you think about the Akokon Kitten? Do you think it's to be a successful program?
Well, let me commend the NDC administration. In terms of government continuity, this is one of the programs, not to steal their wind, but this was initiated at some point through the former Minister of Agric, where they were getting cages, which is what the birds stay in to, as it is, produce the eggs. But I must say that it's been improved on, marketed much bigger, and refocused on, because I think the president, touted it during his, as it is, campaign period. So it's commendable. I think that in a country like Ghana, it should have been that we don't import chicken or eggs.
Exactly.
In a country like Ghana. So I'm all for it. Agriculture is very important for us moving forward in terms of food security. And if you look at the terrain we have in this country, beyond just chicken, there's so many things produced that I would have hoped that we don't import onions. I would have hoped we don't import tomatoes.
But unfortunately.
Yes. So there's certainly demand for chicken. I think globally, Africans tend to like chicken a lot. I must say that the KFCs and the Burger Kings in the US are largely patronized more so by African Americans. So it is commendable, and I would hope that we invest appropriately. Sometimes you need huge quantities of items, feeds, and all those things to make it viable, and I think that's the truest challenge. And I'm also aware that where you place your farm matters, because the litter can be quite contagious for neighbors. And for that reason, I think one of the biggest things is that I would hope that the siting of these farms are carefully selected and looked at, and I'm hoping that there's a rigor to commit people and to support them so that they can at least make about or manage about the likes of about 600 beds per person, I would hope, or more.
Well, so they are saying that for me, it's for the starters that they didn't talk about that I'm quite worried about, because I want to be a part of it, but I don't have a farm. And they are making mention of, 10,000 beds. So it says every constituency will receive 10,000 beds free of charge. So even if you're going for the beds, they don't charge you for it. And say in addition, 80,000 beds will be supplied to 50 existing commercial scale farmers, while medium scale farmers will receive between 1,000 and 3,000. But then those of us who have never been in it, is that when we go to the constituency to say, I want some of the beds to, be a part of this program, and you're supposed to get it for free. But my issue is, I hope this doesn't become a political thing, that if you go to the office that you want to be a part of it, they don't ask you for your party card.
It won't be, and granted, the true challenge, though, I think, is that to have enough space to have all the number of beds you're going for, because beds are very fragile, and if you don't take good care of them, you lose all the beds.
Exactly.
So I think that the most important thing is the training for those who want to do the poultry farming, because without training, then you run the risk of collecting the beds and then having them, die on you. Beds are quite fragile if you've done a little of it. I grew up watching ducks and hen in my house until we brought in the big dogs, and then we had to stop having
the ducks around.
Ducks and chicken around. So it's something, and I really think that the other option is to promote homegrown files.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that some people will go for a few to, manage in their houses
Yeah.
for Christmas.
That's not a bad idea, but it's supposed to be done on commercial basis, isn't it? But Christmas is just around the corner.
But once you are reducing consumption in the various houses, literally you are still working on food security.
That's true.
So
just give me an idea.
If there are 10 million and you're giving every constituency a certain amount, some few homes can go for 10 to manage in their backyard.
That's a good idea. I think I'll look into that one rather, because I don't have space. But I want to get space and I want to go into it. Nana Yasafo, who's representing the Movement for Change, has joined us. Good morning, Nana. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Oh, you do? Thank you so much. Thank you. So we are discussing the Akukon Kitten that's supposed to be rolled out in October. And October is just when? Tomorrow, right? So Akukon Kitten is coming. And we're excited about it. We are hoping that it will be a successful program because government is spending 2 million Ghana cedis on it.
If you are speaking Twi, then do it right.
200 million, sorry.
In Kuko.
In Kuko Kitten. Okay. The government is spending 200 million Ghana cedis on this program. In Kuko Kitten.
Of course, in Kuko Kitten.
Yeah.
And thank you very much and good morning.
Yeah.
And good morning to you. My big brother. You know he's my big brother.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
but he didn't follow you to Movement for Change.
That's a whole
different story. We don't want to go in there. But I understand him. Of course, I understand him. He did so well for his constituency. I still envy the very free medical care and programs he used to do for his constituency. I remember calling him to say that, Doug, but we brought my constituency. Yeah, so we have a very good relationship. The issue about Nkukon Kitinkete, it brings so much of excitement to me. Personally, I have lived in a farming community before. I have worked in a rural very typical rural area, farming community as well. My dad was into farming those days in Jimle, around the
right?
DND
Right.
area. He was into rice plantation. And having also read agric during my secondary school days, I have love for agriculture.
Right.
And what is always the debate, and I've always bantered many people, especially our experts in the agric sector, has to do with whether or not we are doing food security or food sovereignty. And I have always been for the school of thought that we should rather deal with the issue of food sovereignty instead of dealing with food security. When you have gone to speak to the people from Europe and the Western world, they are always talking about food sovereignty. Why do we talk about food
security?
When you're dealing with food security, it means that you just want to grow it, eat it there, and that's it. You don't think about tomorrow. But there should be sufficiency in it. It should be enough that if there is a crisis, like it happened with the COVID, you will not go hungry. You will not be looking within around the globe to see where you can get food. And even in matters of national security, security in general. There are some states, some countries that would want to develop weapons, all right? There are some states that would want to develop human capacity. There are other states that focuses on food. All right, and Ghana, I think that we have what it takes to focus on food. What the mistake we do, and I think we do, and people do not want to accept it, especially those who want to feed into the economy, all right, with the cash, do not want to understand is that they would want us to rather focus on cash crops. And the cash crops we do, trust me, we do not even process them. We don't add value. Like our cocoa, we export the raw beans. Now, they add the value to the cocoa, they bring it back, and they sell it at very high prices. And we think that exporting these raw beans outside the country gives us enough money for us to inject into our economy. But at the end of the day, the same money you are injecting into this economy is the same money you are using to import the processed food back home. So why don't we rather focus on food crop? I mean, Bronino, he doesn't grow cocoa, but rather he would grow wheat, he would grow and process rice and bring it and sell to us. And so if we have enough of this food and we process it right, they would be forced to also come and buy.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you know how much of your money goes into food. And so if we have all of this food available on our land, it means that money that is going to be used for the imported products would remain here, right here in this country.
That's true.
And as you're saying, this is called Konkete. You know, before I got into the studio, there was a funny one in your production room. You know, one of the ladies was like, nah, yeah, into farming, So then I realized that we are almost in Christmas. So you see, but the focus, the focus is not for us to grow and eat them. The focus is for us to be able to multiply. So if government is pushing, let's say, 10,000 beds today, we are not just, I don't think that the focus of the agric minister is that we should grow the 10,000 and eat them. How are we able to multiply them? How are we able to increase them? One, to create jobs. Because if you read our Great Transformational Plan, the agric sector, we had proposed that we do not only push into the plantations, but we should also encourage domestic and backyard farming. Including this poultry. Because if you come to my brother has a farm around the Wenchi area, okay. We have our own goat, we have our own sheep, we have cattle now, and we bought these local nkoko, right? I think nkoko, no. And you know this, they have these ones that the black and white.
For fufu.
No, there's this black and white poultry thing. I don't know, it's a dog when was that? Yeah, it's not the red ones, not the white ones.
Right.
Black and white feathers beside. And I think we got about 10 or 20. Before we could say jack, they were running, I think, 70 or 100.
Yes, those ones, they give birth a lot. They don't just lay eggs.
Yes. So there are we have two types of eggs. So we have the table egg and the fertilizer.
Yes.
All right. And those ones are cry because they are always left alone. They cross and then they lay and then they hatch them. So if we are able to encourage it, we would not only be having food in our homes, we would also be creating some businesses. And it's very important. I think that we have learned our lessons as a country. Now I'm playing the devil's advocate. We have learned our lessons as a country from the food, growing for food and whatever, jobs or, yes, the one that was introduced by the ex-Wal administration. So we do not have a reason.
Planting for food and
jobs. So we do not have a reason as a country to fail in this particular one.
All right, thank you, Nana.
Because the lessons have learned.
Lessons have been learned. Okay, so we are hoping that this will not be a failure. We'll go into the Economy Times newspaper next. Government to rake in $270 million for the next year from Ahafo mines as it pours first gold. 76 new FDIs recorded in first half of 2025, a surge of 382%. Targets IDA for cheaper loans. The World Bank advises recommends policy direction for growth. And that'll be it for the Economy Times newspaper. The next newspaper is the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Graphic. Ghana has too many districts. It's counterproductive, Professor Ahoy warns. Get Fund disburses 4.3 billion Ghana cedis to support educational activities. 52,492 students placement cases resolved. And yesterday, I think that we spoke with a PRO for Ghana Education Service, and he did tell us that this is the number. Dialysis, sickle cell treatment free Kolebu Teaching Hospital CEO tells PAC. That's good. So, you know, initially it was just a dialysis, but now sickle cell has been added. So the treatment is free for all sickle cell patients. So if you know anybody who is a sickle cell patient and has been going to the hospital and has to pay a lot of money, especially to the private clinics, now Kolebu is telling us that this treatment is absolutely free of charge. There, not the private hospitals, please. So if you choose to go to the private hospitals, you have to pay. But if you go to our teaching hospitals and our government institutions, it's free. So that's what it is as of now. Anyway, let's go into our conversation for today, our main conversation for this morning. And yesterday, there was mixed reactions, I must say. Mixed reactions with the DSTV, government versus DSTV. Let me term it as such, because it's been a long one. It's been about 3 months where we saw the Minister of Communication write on his Facebook wall that he was speaking to DSTV to give a reduction in the pricing, which was a 30% reduction. Now, on the page of DSTV, they also came to counter and said that they will not do it because of certain situation they were in. Later, the minister also came out to let us know that he was still in talks and told DSTV that if they didn't do it, or threatened them that if they didn't do it, they were going to lose their license or be cut off. Now, what happened? DSTV came back and still assured us, Ghanaians, that they were not reducing prices. Now, Minister came back and told NCA to take over. NCA took over, and now, finally, there's been a resolution. Now, what is it? We are seeing that there is an increase in value. So you pay less and you enjoy what probably you've always wanted to enjoy. So let's say Musbao is on standby to tell you what I said. Let's say it is. So hi, Musbao. Please break it down for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very important development that we have now, especially after all the back and forth. There was a point that DSTV license was on the verge of being revoked, but they quickly moved in and began to engage government through the committee that was set up for some resolution to be established. Now, what's very fundamental is that at this moment, DSTV has new owners, and Canal Play are the ones who own DSTV now. They invested in excess of $2 billion to own the DSTV franchise. So that is what has happened. So the engagement that government has had at the moment is with the new owners, Canal Play. Now, fundamentally, the concern by most Ghanaians, which the Honourable Minister was looking to satisfy, is for a reduction in the packages of the DSTV subscriptions, all right? Now, on your far left here, you see these are the subscriptions, these are the packages. You've got the Paddy package, you've got the Access package, the Family, the Compact Plus, and the Premium. If you look at the existing price, so for Paddy, you're paying 59 Ghana cedis, for Access, 99 Ghana cedis, for Family, 190, Compact, 380, Compact Plus, and it goes like that. So this is the pricing that exists, and this is what Ghanaians said, it is too expensive. Now, the concern fundamentally is the price of Compacts, the price for Compact Plus, and the price for Premium, because this is where a lot of people get the things they want from. This is where you can get the live football matches, which most Ghanaians use DSTV for, the Compact Plus, and the Premium. This is where they get that for, and they wanted some reduction. Now, their argument was largely because when they compare this pricing to the pricing in Nigeria and other African countries, it appears that Ghana was paying a little more. So the engagement went into it, and what we have now is an agreement that will see not necessarily a reduction in the prices, but an increase in the value of what you are already paying for. So if you're using Paddy, which is 59 Ghana cedis, if you subscribe for the Paddy, what you get is that you automatically get moved up to the benefits of an Access package. So Paddy now becomes Access, and you begin to enjoy all the benefits you get on the Access package. So all the channels you get on the Access package, when you subscribe for Paddy, you get all of that on the Access package. When you subscribe for the Access, you now get all the benefits on the Family package. So you pay 99 Ghana cedis and you get all the channels on the Family package. That's the new agreement now. If you pay for Family 190 Ghana cedis, you get all the channels on the Compact package. If you pay for 380 Ghana cedi for the compact, you get all the channels on the compact plus. If you pay for compact plus, you automatically jump to get all the benefits on the premium package. So this is the new arrangement, and this is what government says is an increase in value. Now, if you take the premium package here, the premium package here, 865 Ghana cedis.
So
now the compact plus, if you subscribe, if you subscribe to the compact plus, you automatically get a premium package. You automatically get the premium package, okay? Now the premium package is costing you 570 Ghana cedis. The main argument had to do with this, that in Nigeria, when you subscribe for the premium package, it is 44,500 naira and equates to 372 Ghana cedis. That's the premium package, this one. So even with the new arrangement, we are still paying a little more than what Nigerians are paying. And this is where Ghanaians had a concern. So you look at the difference, 570 for the premium, Nigerians are paying 372. So that's where the concern fundamentally is. All right. Now, I want to show you another one, which will give us a little more detail in terms of what you're getting on access, what you're getting on family, and what you're getting, etc. But in terms of the reductions, this is what you're seeing on paddy. On access, you get a 40 cedis reduction to some extent. Family, you get 91 Ghana cedis. Compact, you get 190. Compact plus 190, and premium 295. Because now you are taking to the next package if you subscribe to whichever level of package you are, all right? Now, I want the team to help us bring that image, and that will give us an idea of the channels that people are going to have access to. And remember, Rosalind, that most people in the country use the DSTV packages for the football matches. If you have paddy, you're not going to get the football matches. If you have access, you're not going to get the football matches. But at this point, if you have family, which will elevate you to compact, you can have access to the football matches. And hopefully we'll have that image and show you. So fundamentally, this is what has happened. It's not necessarily a reduction in the prices, but it's an increase in the value of what you are paying for. 59 Ghana cedis, you get the value of access package. 99 Ghana cedis, you get the value of family package. 190, you get the value of compact. 380, you get the value of compact plus. And 570, you get the value of premium. This is what has happened. This is the arrangement. But, Rosalind, the interesting bit here is this, that this very arrangement that we have is not new. From January to March, DSTV introduced a promotion, and this was the exact promotion they introduced from January to March, where they engaged their customers that if you subscribe to their packages, you get this very same package of from paddy, you move to access, from access you use to family, and it ended in March. Then it was reintroduced from June to July. This same package was introduced in June to July, and by July, it also ended. And now, after the engagement with government, that very promotion that DSTV had is what we seem to be seeing to become the norm now. So instead of it becoming a promotion, DSTV is looking to make it the norm, that let's elevate Ghanaians on paddy to access, family to compact, and compact to compact plus, and compact plus to premium. So that is what has happened, and that is what you had some Ghanaians insisting that despite this, they simply want a reduction in the price of the packages. But some George believes this is equally good enough for the people of this country.
All right, so he believing this is equally good enough. Do you believe, Razak, that this is equally good enough for the people?
Yeah, and I made the point, and hopefully we'll get that image so that we can. I made the point about why most people use DSTV channels, all right? Some complain that if they go to watch movies there, the movies are a bit old, etc. I mean, I've watched it a few times. You know, some of the movies are not very fresh as we hope for. But I'm a lover of football. When I tune into DSTV, I want to watch Chelsea. Tonight, Chelsea's playing Benfica. I want to see that happen. Liverpool is playing Galatasaray. I want to see that happen. So the new arrangement, basically, if I'm paying, great, this is what I'm talking about. And watch this. So this is what I'm talking about. So from paddy, you get moved to access, and you get 35 more channels. 35 more channels. From access, you get to move to family, and you get 19 more channels. From family, you get moved to Compact Plus, and you get 22 more channels, including live football. And this is the juice for most young people in the country, live football. So now, if you pay 190 Ghana cedis, you'll be moved to Compact, and you can get to watch some live football matches. That is where some are also asking for further clarity. Am I going to get to watch all football matches? Will I be able to watch?
Well, yesterday during that interview, he did mention that it's not all football matches.
Exactly.
It's going to be more local matches. So if you're looking for the premium, the Premier League, that's what you call it, yes.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the Premier League, then you will have to move to a Compact Plus, not a Compact.
Exactly. I mean, unfortunately, the Ghana Premier League is not on DSTV, so I'm sure you have access to the South African League, you have access to the Zambian League. I'm not sure many people who watch that. But then you have, we understand even there's French League 1 on it. So from Compact, you get moved to Compact Plus, and that's where you mentioned you can get to watch the Premier League and a few of the games in the Champions League. And for Compact Plus, you get moved to Premium, 18 more channels. But maybe it's the rich people at the Premium bouquet who are not getting anything, because what do they get? Automatic entry into a competition for a chance to win a fully paid trip to watch selected English Premier League matches. So if you're paying 865 Ghana cedis, it seems you don't need a reduction. You can manage. So basically, that's what has happened. And I'm sure, Rosalind, based on this arrangement, we're going to see a lot of people moving from family, buying the family package so that they can have access to the Compact and get some of the football matches, or even adopt the, what they call a Compact 380 Ghana cedis so they can get the Compact Plus packages where they can get to watch a lot of matches. So expect a lot of people moving for the Compact package.
I think even with the people who are paying the Premium bouquet, they'll definitely move to the Compact Plus, because what happens is that if you pay for Compact Plus, you get to watch what a Premium bouquet person will watch, unless you are so rich and you don't want to pay the 570 and you want to go and watch a match. But I'm just asking this question. You know, anybody who is paying this 865 and is not ready to reduce to the 570 automatically can afford to fly and go and watch a match. So why would they enter a draw?
Well, some people obviously can afford 865 Ghana cedis, but might not be able to afford a plane ticket of 20,000 Ghana cedis. So
you'd rather pay 865, not 570?
Yeah, I mean, you still have people like that.
No, 570 will still give you the Premium Plus.
Yeah, so your reasoning is excellent, and it's likely that, and I think DSTV is seeing that, it's likely a lot of people are going to move into this space.
Yes.
All right, the Compact Plus space, or even the Compact space. So you're going to see a lot of people subscribing for Compact and Compact Plus. But you know, in all of this, probably DSTV will have to visit all the media houses and say thank you for the publicity you've done for us, because just look at the work we are spending to advertise their products here, and the ministry has elevated. But fundamentally, that's what has happened. Value increased based on the existing packages you have. Let's hear what the stakeholders have to say, and maybe we might get the chance to hear from Ghanaians who reacted to this during the news headlines. We might get to hear from them again and get a sense of what it is. But Rosalind, that's it.
Well, I hope that Ghanaians will be sending in their messages this morning to us on 055-157-5757. We are also streaming live on Facebook, so you can leave your comment there. And today, because of the conversation, we'll try as much as possible to read a lot of messages from Facebook and on WhatsApp. So send your messages so that we can read all of them. But a lot of people don't really understand this. Honorable Adomako. It seems as though what people's expectations were, because of the initial post of Honorable Sam George, was me being told that pay 190 Ghana cedis for a Compact, not I will give you increase in value. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
You know, let me be as frank as possible.
Okay.
All of this work is supposed to be for Consumer Protection Agency, not the ministry. I want to be very firm on that, and I'm deeply concerned that a minister for communication has taken this path. I don't subscribe to it. I don't agree to it, because the systems, if they are working, the minister is supposed to be almost a mediator and not the one championing this agenda, unfortunately. So I'm of a different mindset, and I would want to speak for business, about business and quality service. And it's not about price reductions. It's not about repackaging, because invariably, sports events across the world are expensive. The sponsorship is expensive. I'm thinking about Super Bowl in America, where people pay millions of dollars for just 30 seconds of advert. And when you do this, sometimes you kill the creative industry, because there's a creative industry behind all of this package. You know, people are acting, people are supposed to get paid. So I'm looking at it from the operational expenses. I'm not here to work for DSTV, but I'm a pro-business person, and I've worked for Sprint Nextel before, so I'm deeply knowledgeable about network expenditures and operational, and more importantly, the improvement of services. So there's a lot of gadgets at work here, and to be able to get your DSTV in the quality that you see in your bedroom, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So what this may do to all of us, is that it might reduce even the quality of the transmission, the quality of the pictures we get, and I'm deeply concerned. So I would hope that it ends here, and that the minister offloads this championing to the Consumer Protection Agency, and they can deal with the companies better, look at the operational expenditures of the companies, their desire to provide quality services, and what is marketably acceptable. And when it is so bad, you know, and they are not yielding, you do a suit. This approach was not acceptable for me in terms of encouraging investment into, as it is, networking. And for me, that is where I worry. So, Mr. Minister Sam George, he's a very fantastic friend of mine. In fact, we both were vice chairman of communication committee. So I speak with some depth of knowledge, and more important, like I said, I have experience with Sprint Nextel in the US, and I would lean a bit more towards paying for very good service. And most of these sports activities that most of the guys watch, because I see barbering shops using it to get clients. I see, you know, hair salons using DSTV to get clients, in the sense that when there's a match, you see a lot of gathering and all of that. So it's fantastic, but it should be a Consumer Protection Agency thing, not a minister for communication.
Okay, Honorable, let me ask you this. You know, with regards to what you're saying that maybe we could get less quality because of what we might.
Oh, we're likely to get less quality. It's not that I won't mince my words.
But Nigeria is not getting less quality for the price.
Now,
let me. Togo is not getting less quality.
Let me tell you something interesting. Our market in Ghana, we're not comparable to Nigeria in terms of the number of people.
That's why I brought Togo.
No, I mean, well, so mind you, networking operational expenditure also depends on the number of people who subscribe to it. So the likes of even, let's use the MTN thing. If you have more people using a tower, your service reduces. So invariably, they have to add more towers. So it's a matter of, if Togo has fewer people, they're using maybe fewer satellite to work. So that doesn't come in. But the key point here is that
Nigeria has more people.
They're
using
Ghana's
more
population,
to work.
as opposed to Nigeria, you cannot do price for price because of the volume of the market. And in every jurisdiction, if there are more subscribers, the price will go down. That is rule number one in business. But there are
not more subscribers in Togo, so why is their price down?
I'm talking, I keep saying, because we're comparing Nigeria market to Ghana market, and I think
no, we didn't do just
wrong.
that. Honorable Sam George, compared about 4 different countries, not just Nigeria. So in his post on social media, if he had mentioned only Nigeria, would have gone for only Nigeria.
We brought
Nigeria in because a lot of people in Ghana smuggle the Nigeria box.
And that is where the ministry should come in, to curb the Niger things that come into this country.
So, Honorable, the question
that is where
again,
I want communication
the question,
to come in and leave this pricing thing for Consumer Protection Agency. Listen, systems have to work in this country. It's not a championing, crusading thing. And please, I'm talking based on business knowledge. I'm talking based on enterprise knowledge. And I'm saying that it is not good for the country's image to see your Minister for Communication who should be looking at the technical side. Now, let me tell you, if the companies are, giving you a package and are underselling you, minister can come in. So they tell you, with a family package, you're getting this and that, and they don't provide it. Minister should come in, but not, doing pricing and being in the media domain, seeming to be having a banter with corporations. I do not subscribe to that. I love Sam George as a former colleague, but I beg to differ in the sense that this should be left for Consumer Protection Agency. There are bigger things that he should be following, so that we all enjoy a very fantastic package.
But this is putting money in the pocket of the people indirectly, because
but the service suffers. So let me explain.
But until we start seeing what you're saying, that the service is suffering, why are we jumping to conclusion that the service will suffer?
I beg you. Technology is so expensive to run, in terms of improving even the cable networkings and all of that. So I based on my experience and knowledge in the industry, at every point in time, I mean, India is going to 6G now. I mean, it is a very costly enterprise. And when you start doing this, you delay in your advancement of technology. And I think Ghana, we've come far. And I would rather, plead that we curb the incursion or movement of Nigerian decoders into Ghana. That one, through customs and immigration services, and our GRAs should look at that. And if a client is paying into a Nigerian account, that is sickening. That is sickening. You are in Ghana, you are, as it is, So that is where I think that, the minister should use NCA to be able to block off, the ability for Nigerians to transmit into Ghanaian soils. If it's a border town, like a Libo type thing, that one I don't have a problem. Or if you go to Afajato and you are getting a little bit of service from the neighboring countries, in those places, the radio stations almost, you might be tuning in.
Even our telephone line.
Yes, that one, yes, but not inland.
Okay.
Not inland. So,
all right, Honorable.
So he's done some fantastic work, but really, I think that he should empower the Consumer Protection Agency to do this thing so that he can focus on true ministerial communication work.
Okay. Nanayao, having this particular conversation is quite interesting. Honorable's take is different, He is saying that from a business perspective, we could get less quality because we are paying less. But then we take a look at countries, and that's why I didn't use just Nigeria.
Yes.
Togo is less in numbers, but Togo is paying less. If you look at about 6 different countries, we are one of the highest paying DSTV subscribers. Why so? Is it that the people are extorting from us? And so if the government today says that I'm fighting for the people, isn't it time for us to rather be happy than, chastising the minister?
Rosalind, this is an interesting industrial discussion. When it started, personally, from where I sit, when trying to blend knowledge in industry, knowledge in management, and security. I was excited so much about it because somebody has to let multinational companies understand that it is not just about the money they are getting, but it's about the quality of service, and it's about the respect for the market within which they operate. But me, I'm seated. Please give me security when I'm leaving. I blame our parliamentarians. They have not been kind enough, to be honest. And I am happy I'm sandwiched in between two former
MPs.
They have not. If Ghanaians have anybody to blame, they should blame our parliament. In 2006, the first draft of the Consumer Protection Bill was presented to Parliament. My senior uncle here, who is my former MP, was Tamale Central, left Parliament, I think, last Tuesday,
2020, yeah.
You see, my brother left 2024. In 2017, the bill was still in Parliament. 2020, it was still
in Parliament.
The act, the bill that has to be passed to protect myself and you from the bullying of industries and service providers, still in Parliament. And so the minister is forced by circumstance to deal with matters that is supposed to have been dealt with or that is being addressed or supposed to be addressed by the act. Quality service, reasonable pricing, and all of that. I mean, how do we even think that pushing for reasonable pricing, affordable, should affect quality of service? That would be very, very unfair to us as consumers. You remember the first time when this conversation came up? I said it. I think we're here with Richard also. And I said that what they should be doing as DSTV Ghana is to rather find a way of coordinating with the NCA, as Honorable said, to monitor the various accounts, because without any scientific data, I can say that more than 70% of the accounts we have here are from Nigeria. So they pay cross-border.
Well, it looks like Honorable Sam George said even about 1 million, almost 1 million
of subscribers.
So
I'm putting it in percentage.
To the Nigerian, should I say the Nigerian market or something?
Yes, the Nigerian
yes.
office. All of them.
In Ghana here.
And then I'm making, well, I have DSTV in my house that I don't use. I've not been using it for so many years. Those times when we used to pay, it was a Nigerian account. Because the Ghanaian one is expensive. Why should I be paying to watch repetition of movie? One other issue we should also be dealing with is the rollover of the account. So I pay for DSTV today. I pay 100 Ghana, 90 Ghana, 500 Ghana. And let's say I'm out of the country or something. And so for 2 weeks, 1 month, I have not watched. It's gone. They've taken the money for free. So if I'm able to buy call credit and leave it for months and still come and use my call credit, DSTV should be able to allow me to be able to use that same account when I have not used it. These are some of the things we should be pushing for. And NCA has a responsibility. As for the quality of service and the footage, We cannot compromise. They should not compromise.
They shouldn't even touch it.
I mean, because you have reduced prices, you want to touch on the quality of service? Then, I'm sorry, Honorable, as you know you're a top businessman, they should pack and go.
I'm pro-business.
No. You see, if we would pay to be disrespectful, and I'm choosing my words correctly, if we pay to be disrespected, we pay more to be disrespected. I don't want to use the service terms. And others pay less and are honored. There is no need. But the structures have to be put right. And the value we would get out of all of these papers lies on the shelves in Parliament.
And it's still there.
It's still there. I don't know if they will still find it. The troubles we are going through is all in that bill.
We should get DSTV to go and sponsor the bill.
I was going to come to that. And the reason that bill is still on the shelves is sponsorship. Because, you see, the service providers and the industry players are aware that when that bill is passed and is enforced, they are bound by law to ensure quality, efficiency, and value for money.
Affordability.
Right. Okay, Nana, let me introduce Honorable Fussaini. He's just joined us and he's representing the NDC. Good morning, Honorable Fussaini.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
Good.
Great.
Mrs. Felly, eh?
Yes.
Good.
First person to call me Mrs. Felly on TV.
He wants them to know he knows you.
Anyway, Honorable, why has the DSTV, suddenly become a subject of regulatory concern in Ghana?
Well, so I think it's proper for me to say good morning to Adomako, former member of parliament, Adomako, Dr. Adomako Kisi, and my constituent and good friend from Tamerlane. First of all, you need to understand that Ghana is a market. And the market is populated by Ghanaians. DSTV is a company. It's offering a service. Its value proposition is to keep people happy, entertain people. It entertains them at a cost. Now, for us, the country has to protect our interests. We want to be part of the family of people who enjoy DSTV worldwide. But we don't want to be exploited. The country has a responsibility to ensure that its citizens are not exploited. And everybody knows that regulation is one of the means by which countries moderate the balance between the enjoyment of services by companies and the protection of the rights of its citizens. The license to operate in Ghana was given to DSTV by government.
Yeah.
Yes. And so now when the minister did a comparative study of all the countries in which DSTV operate in West Africa, Ghana's fees or subscription fees were comparatively higher. If you looked at the dynamics, if you looked at what goes into pricing, it appeared to the minister that Ghanaians were being ripped off. And so something ought to be done. When the minister took the fight to DSTV and said, look, we think that we are not being treated fairly. The first response was what Honorable Adomako said. They immediately ran to Nigeria. DSTV ran to Nigeria and said, look, Nigeria is a huge market. So when you look at the margins, if we bring the price low in Nigeria, the margins compensate for a loss. The minister said, it's not Nigeria. We're not referring to Nigeria. We have a problem with Nigeria, okay, because of tax purposes. I mean, if the Ghanaians were not using the box okay?
From Nigeria.
From Nigeria, and they were using, and if we're not siphoning our tax obligations, our tax money to Nigeria, we will not have a problem. But our problem is not the comparison in prices of Nigeria, but the fact that Ghanaians are using Nigerian boxes and paying tax to Nigeria. But we looked at nearby countries, population-wise, consumption-wise, we are far ahead. And so what are then the indicators, the indices that have been fed into determining the price? They couldn't answer. Initially, they tried to poo-poo the minister.
Well, initially, I think it was to do, for Ghana, it was to do with our cedi depreciation, right?
Well, cedi, so you have to come. If cedi is depreciating, you have to show that you have not increased prices by any margin, and that it is the cedi. So when you do the value comparison, you are still at the same position. It's just that your cedi has depreciated.
Okay.
But that was not the situation in which we were being confronted. The cedi had actually appreciated, and we're asking Ghanaian traders to reduce their prices because the cedi had appreciated. And they were earning more. They say, all right, well, this could be greed. And so that at the base of the discussion between Ghana and DSTV is to enable Ghanaians enjoy the service for value for money. Ghanaians were not getting that. And that was why the minister took the fight to them.
Now, as the minister has done this, it looks like people are happy, but people like Honorable Adomako says that it is not the mandate of the minister to champion such an act.
Consumer protection.
It's consumer protection.
Well, you should go and talk that to the Americans. TikTok, there's a vibrant consumer protection in America. The Americans have not said that TikTok, is infringing their rights. In fact, they are comfortable with TikTok having their data. They don't actually care who are the owners of TikTok. But the president of the United States of America, and that's the country, has decided that the Chinese owners of TikTok cannot continue to have it. What do you say about that? The country, a state, has regulatory functions to protect its citizens. And the country cannot cede that regulatory function to any other institution. That institution, the Consumer Protection Act, has been passed. It's Act 1003, 2021. Yeah. So you see, what the country is doing is exercising its eminent domain. That within the country of Ghana, we simply will not tolerate a situation where we believe, feel, and comparatively think that we are being shortchanged. And that the minister has demonstrated that this situation cannot persist. And that's what he's done. I've heard many people say, well, this is not the work of the minister. What is the end result? The end result is to have reduced rates for subscription. And all of us, whether you are in support of the minister or not, are going to enjoy that. If you think that the minister should not have done it, and so you don't like that idea, probably next time
I think he should empower the Consumer Protection Agency to handle that.
Yes,
that's what I'm
yes, the Consumer Protection Agency will handle that. But what do they handle? Do they have the capacity?
Empower them.
No, do they have the capacity, even if they are empowered, to sit down and negotiate with DSTV?
Oh, they're like PURC. To some extent.
So what they will do is quality. And they have been doing, even without the passage of the act, they were even doing that. Capito and Co. We're doing that, ensuring that when we pay, we get the service. You recall so many years ago, MTN,
The telcos.
the
We
telecos,
should put off our phones for 24 hours.
hours.
But that,
But
that is not,
but we
that wasn't
didn't
the
have
bill.
that law.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they stood up
Yes.
and ensured that there was quality.
Anyway, let me come to you, Honorable Adomako Kisi. So with what Honorable Hussaini said,
Yeah.
it means that the minister has done the work for the people. And so the people are supposed to be excited. Now, there is a bit of monopoly here when it comes to DSTV because there's not much competition. And maybe that's the reason why we are seeing DSTV, as of that time, stand their grounds. Because at that time, DSTV didn't take Ghanaians into consideration. So it's not really about the market like that, as you said, because I did mention, and behind us, we can see that Ghana is the fourth highest paid. So we have Ghana, we have Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, so all these countries, okay, are paying less.
If you read well, please.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put Ghana also here.
Okay.
So it's not the fourth.
Okay, you let's, okay.
It's not opening.
So, but this is as of the reduction. Okay. As of August 8th.
July
so this
2008.
is it. Now you take countries like Malawi, Tanzania, Mauritius, Zambia, Botswana, Namibia, Ethiopia, South Africa, Nigeria, Angola.
Let me almost add a little bit of interest education for you.
Okay.
In the likes of Botswana and even South Africa,
Yeah.
their local content is so good that they don't depend on a lot of foreign content. So one other opportunity we have, and I'm sure Inusa is listening, is that if we improve on our local content, if Ghanaians are watching more local soccer, as is the case in South Africa, where the zeal to watch leagues are not so huge, then you have the leverage. As it stands now, our Ghana content is not as rich as the South African content. And what I mean by that is that we are even watching on DSTV movies from South Africa, which are fantastic compared to the movies we do here.
No, that's not true. That I beg to differ.
Listen,
that I beg to differ.
Okay, let me say that there are many more
You're talking about production issues.
Well,
but
I mean,
it
it comes back to the same thing.
But Honorable, you see, there was actually a breakdown to let us understand that it's because the revenue they are making in Ghana. If you look at the number of Ghanaians that have subscribed to DSTV, Ghana is way less than those in Ghana who have subscribed to DSTV Nigeria. And it's just because of the prices. And so they are not really making money to put in Ghana production. So if Ghanaians feel that Nigeria is way less, and as of now, the number of households for Ghanaian subscribers is about 200,000, just a little over 200,000. Now, they are telling us that over almost 1 million boxes from Nigeria being used in Ghana, meaning that these persons, 1 million households buying from Nigeria, the money goes to Nigeria. So they'll rather put the money in Nigeria production. So we'll get more Nigeria content and not Ghanaian content.
No, so my argument, which I was trying to help you appreciate, is the fact that the appetite of Nigerians for foreign material, or as it is, for foreign content, is less.
I beg to differ again because, no, you see, I beg to differ. Why do I say this?
I'm telling you.
Honorable, listen, in Ghana here, the reason why we are not seeing people really interested in our production is because we are not investing in production. Because back then, Honorable, and again, we had things we do for love. We had please help me with some of these TV series.
You go on Netflix.
Netflix. We had YOLO, and everybody was glued to their television set for that.
On Netflix.
It is because we are not investing in our production. And I'm a production person.
Is that Nigeria's problem or our problem?
Honorable, so for DSTV, they are telling us that we don't have a lot of Ghanaian content on DSTV, quality Ghanaian content on DSTV because they are not making as much money from Ghana as they are making in Nigeria.
What I was telling you is that this graph, I'm helping you appreciate one key element, that when I live in South Africa, the movies that South Africans have made, the entertainment that South Africans have for their own people is so much that they don't need a foreign network. And that is why the market conditions in South Africa are different. So, unfortunately,
So are you saying that- are you-
Ghana, if the Gary is here, he doesn't like, he would rather go and buy Nigeria Gary.
let's
deal with
the market.
She's right. Content is important. Content is culture. When you begin consuming somebody's content, you are also consuming the culture of that person.
Yes.
Now, so if we want to have Ghanaian culture consumed by Ghanaians, we must invest in the production of Ghanaian movies.
100%.
Yes.
So she's right.
No,
you see,
I'm
growing up,
there on that, yeah. I told you so.
Osof Dazi.
Even I told you so.
Yes.
Osof Dazi.
Yes.
Black and white TV.
I told you so.
But 7 o'clock, their father had. Oh no! I was saying the same area with you.
Yeah.
Their father had a TV. They put it by the door, by the window, and we'll go and congregate behind the window and we'll watch it.
Yes.
Why? Ghanaian content. Everybody spoke about that. Now we are not investing.
Yeah.
No. We're not investing in that at all. And so what guys? What do you call them? What ask guide or something?
The movie.
The movie
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ought to find ways. Nafti and Co. They ought to find ways to partner DSTV and others to produce quality movies for our screens. You see, because if you want to instill in the people a certain culture, a certain way of doing things, if you want identity, people to be associated with where they come from, so that they can be proud of their country, you can do it through the arts.
The Russians are doing it very well.
Yeah.
But the Chinese did it, and but we are not doing it.
We are not investing.
Sometimes we're not investing. Sometimes we even feel comfortable going to translate Indian films.
That's so annoying. And you see, the voiceover.
Voiceover.
See, honorable, you see, it all has to do with consumption. You understand? Nigerians did something which was pushed by a Ghanaian, and we are still trying to push it here in Ghana. And we have said that, I said earlier, that we have to start with our secondary schools. It's a mindset change with our schools. Now, in Nigeria, you are not able to import rice. You're not able to import rice. We have what we call the school feeding program. Government feeds all secondary schools here in Ghana.
Tries to feed.
You understand?
This thing you are talking is a whole, you get a whole different system.
That is a ready market.
Yeah.
We have rice plantations. Through Ministry of Trade, we're able to establish via Alan Chuman some rice mills in Ghana.
Yeah.
Now, these rice mills are complaining that they do not get
the quantum
of rice process. Now, when they have also processed, they do not get consumed. Then we said, okay, since we have a ready market, because it is the government that is buying this rice for the schools.
It seems to be.
Whether or not I don't want to do weddings here. Government that is purchasing these rice for these people through suppliers.
Industry players.
Yes. So why do we not restrict the ready market?
The why.
For these local production.
Yeah.
So we say all secondary schools and all school feeding programs, we do not want to see foreign rice there. Then from then, the children will begin to develop taste.
Yeah.
So as it is to help.
You understand?
To help.
So we are here.
We need to improve.
We have our local media house. What are we doing in promoting our local content? And you know, something just happened when we were discussing DSTV. The gentleman who was doing the explanations, I forgot his name.
Musbao or? Yeah.
Yes. I was expecting him to say that he wished probably to see RTU and Protocol play. But
he spoke the mind of the people. He actually did mention that
No, I know, I agree. I'm not talking, I'm just
yes.
talking about us loving what we do. I'm not a football fan.
If you watch them,
I'm not a football fan.
And
Recently, we're doing
positioned.
No,
I'm being frank with you.
We're doing this wear your jersey or football something.
Your football club just.
When in church, when it was my turn, I said, "Me, I'm an RTU fan."
Yeah.
And everybody was laughing. In fact, there was somebody by me who did not know what RTU was. It's not Chelsea shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We've sold our pride.
Yeah.
Sold it.
What are we doing?
This is all part of the package.
So you see,
And
the name I was trying to remember is Actors Guild.
Oh yeah.
What are
Oh,
they
the
doing?
Actors Guild, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are they doing?
Yeah.
You understand?
we need to invest.
We need to invest
And sell the
seriously.
culture.
In fact, this Bryce thing he's spoken about, you know, so many years ago, and you need intentionality when you want to change the
need to be
culture,
intentional about
taste, and attitude of people. You need intention, deliberateness. When we're growing up, he knows. At the STC yard was the only place that you could buy rice.
rice with.
Nobody liked it. In our secondary schools, you didn't eat polished rice.
No.
You know why? He said he gave us bari. You know bari?
Yeah, I know berry. Without a lot of stew, you get berry.
Good.
Yeah.
So nobody liked it. So then they started introducing this white rice.
Little.
And before long, we said, oh, convenience. You don't need to pick the stones. You just pour it and then cook. And now, Singapore, we created market for Singapore, we created Vietnam, Thailand, and other places.
They've replaced our Zambia with Tom Brown.
Tom Brown.
I don't know how to explain Zambia.
It's okay. Those listening know what you're talking about. So it's the same thing with DSTV. Can you imagine the amount of money DSTV is making off our back?
Plenty.
Plenty.
We've allowed it.
Plenty.
We've allowed it.
And then we wouldn't say that give us quality. There's more to be done actually.
But the Ghanaian appetite for foreign.
But do you know that there's more? They have to do more.
I agree with you.
Why?
I agree.
Because if your value proposition is entertainment, and then we look at the pricing, and you're not telling us, oh yes, for paddy, you can let it go. For paddy, you are letting it go. So for the enjoyment of more movies, pay the paddy price and we'll give you more. They actually are going to increase sales. People's appetite is going to increase. Because what they were not enjoying, they are now going to enjoy.
So they would want to get more.
More.
Oliver Twist.
Okay, so I think that it's about time that we look at having competition. Because at this time, DSTV doesn't have competition. It's a fact. There is no competition.
And they do.
Who?
Those of us who are not football fans.
But that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. Because how many are you? Those of you who are not football fans.
You honorable spoke about the fact that you go to a barbering salons and other places, and then they are all connected to DSTV.
Most of them are connected to the Nigerian DSTV,
now,
actually.
You see, I don't remember which country we went to, but in their restaurant, their TV was glued to the national television, the eatery.
Yeah.
And when we had requested that we change it to
CNN,
something that we can, so that we can understand what they do, told us that is the only channel. When we go into our room,
you can watch.
So where the majority of the people sit or gather, it is their national television, their local station. So just, I sometimes visit a gym in my area. I asked them somewhere last week, I said, why is it that anytime we are here, we are watching these sport that, and it is 6 o'clock. We have to listen to news. We have to do this. We have to do that.
That is you, not them.
No, but the point is that the people who are using the gym, whether they are foreigners or not, they are on our land. We need to feed them with our information. They need to understand and know what is going on in Ghana.
You ask the question, how many TV stations do we have in Ghana?
Too many.
And which one are we promoting?
No. So once it is a local
As a
station,
country.
I don't have a problem. Once it's a local station, and we are promoting Ghana, I don't have a problem with station it is.
My dear, it's all about content. It's all about content. If you have a TV station and you are producing content which doesn't excite the people, you're not even going to get adverts.
It's not appealing.
It's not appealing. You're not going to get adverts. And your media house will be, most private media depend on adverts. So if your content is bad, that is why...
Flipping through our channel because they are seeing her, not us.
Yes. So you see, so that's very important for media house owners, that they must also invest in creating content.
Yeah.
Media is about content. And if you don't create the content, don't hope to...
Interesting content.
Interesting content. Yeah. You see, these people are making it in Ghana because they are creating the content.
What about government supporting that industry? Because you see, the issue here is there are people who are very creative, but there is no support. And the number of taxes that is being laid on the creative art is not easy. It's no joke at all. Even if you take a look at, our theaters, when we are doing production, the monies you have to pay in taxes alone is killing. You want to do it again. Yes,
just as Asante funeral.
Yes.
It would have been a very powerful opportunity for the cultural ministry to really capture the richness of that day.
It was a beautiful
the regalia and all of these things. And we've lost that opportunity. And that was free content.
Yeah.
You understand? And that was material that can educate young ones. So I appreciate our culture. You go to Cape Coast, the Odra. I mean, all of these, things that people do. Fire Festival.
Hey, boom.
How many powerful images have we got of Fire Festival? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Yes. So I really think that...
So this is what I was trying to explain to you earlier, and this one comes with the population and everything. So you take a look at the packages. So in Ghana, we are 34.5 million, and we are paying premium of $82. That was the argument earlier, $82. Then you take a look at Nigeria. They are 233 million, and they are paying $29. Good. Wait. You go to Liberia, they are 5.6 million, and they are paying $61. Yes. You go to Angola, they are 37.9 million, they are paying $33. You go to Botswana, they are 2.5 million, they are paying $61. You go to Eswatini, and they are 1.3 million, Eswatini, sorry, they are paying $52. South Africa, 64 million, and they are paying $51. So you still stand by the content.
Content is very important.
Whether content or not, DSTV is charging us this amount. And so it is the same company, but when they go to the countries, they are paying...
The clients are different. That's why I'm saying that our interest in foreign things is too much.
So, to be honest with you, for price differentiation in business, it occurs. Sometimes your performing countries, maybe Ghana is a performing country, and they are using that to cross-subsidize for Liberia.
Exactly.
Yeah, so in business, that is permissible. But it is left for the country
to fight for its citizens.
Yeah.
And so it comes back to consumer protection.
So is it right for Honorable Sam George to fight for the citizens?
Well, very right. Very right. And I've demonstrated that. I said everywhere.
I would hope that
everywhere
he empowers consumer protection agencies.
Yes, and then we've just cross-checked. Yeah. The law is still in Parliament.
It's on the shelf.
Yes.
Now, so you see, there's absolutely nothing wrong for a country to fight for its people. There's absolutely nothing wrong. If there's a vibrant, active consumer protection establishment or unit or agency, that will complement government in the fight. And that will ensure that the quality, availability, access, and others are guaranteed. Okay? But government has an inherent right to ensure that its citizens are not ripped off. Now, you just shown the premium.
Yes.
And you could see that maybe there's cross-subsidization somewhere, making up, using some countries to make up for other countries. And that's how...
So in business, if you, the consumer, you don't have a mouthpiece to fight for you, you are the one who suffers.
Who suffers?
Because we were suffering because maybe nobody was speaking on our
maybe
behalf.
we were the tails, we were producing everything.
No, but you can't go and do this in Nigeria.
Nobody was fighting on it.
No, you can't do this in Nigeria.
Took them to court.
No, you can't do this.
DSTV
Yes.
to court. Initially, they
You can't do this in Nigeria.
Bring it down. They took them to court and they dropped the prices. So we just needed somebody.
It's normal. Listen, let me add here that even as you are well aware, Google has issues in UK. Microsoft has issues in Europe. These are normal things. And as for companies, government will take them to court to work on pricing and monopoly. But let me say that the monopolization is not necessarily governmental. If there's another corporation that is interested, Ghana is very welcome and would agree to having another whatever network that will come. But it's a huge investment. It is no joke.
No, you see, in small countries like ours, the really principles of monopoly will not work in all cases. Where the population is small, where the per capita income is low, where the population, I said that where the population, and then you are going to have two companies competing for the same group of people. You might not make it. And so, yes, government is not banning, has not prohibited any company from coming in.
But what can we do to encourage more people?
We must grow the economy. We must grow prosperity. We must grow the economy.
Middle income.
Middle income. When that class
is big,
people will come to tap into that class. It simply means middle income means. I wanted to call her first name.
Rosalind.
No, Rosalind. Because...
No more Feli.
Rosalind, you say, middle income simply means that people have become rich to the extent that they have excess income that they want to...
Disposable income.
Disposable income. And so, if the people have disposable income, then many things come out. They want to spend, okay? But if people are just living from hand to mouth, how do they spend on...
But I must admit, we should also, we should deal with the issue of hypocrisy in our commentaries as citizens. You see, now when this fight started, people now start. DSTV was, I don't know if they were doing it directly, but you see, they were pushing commentators to threaten Ghanaians that then they would fold up.
They will fold up.
No.
It happened. And then, I'm saying. And so, you see, the fear why Ghanaians were relaxed in supporting the minister's agenda publicly and forcefully was that, okay, if they close up, then what happens? And this happened when Alan,
the Premier League was about to even start,
And it also happened when Alan was introducing the automobile policy. For us to manufacture, assemble our cars here in Ghana. And then some countries were using our second-hand dealers to come fight government.
It's normal.
Coming to create jobs that you begin to use brand new cars and not second-hand cars.
But you see, know that.
Let me read a few messages. Good morning, Rosie and your panelists. I now understand why for a solid years the MPP government neglected the film or movie industry and the lives of... I will read this one. I will read this one. From Gatsy Man, Sam George has completely lost the fight with multi-choice. Are these what Ghanaians are looking for? All these stations and packages added make no sense to some of us. Completely waste of time and energy. Just big talks do not reflect relevance. He must concentrate on what matters to ordinary Ghanaians because this package have no use for we, the football lovers. Tell my MPP man to be bold and sometimes go straight to the point. Okay, at this point, can I have projection of the price breakdown now? I think people still don't understand.
They don't understand. They don't understand.
Can we have it on the screen, please? We need to break it down. And Gatsi man, I know you're watching, so we are going to let you understand what it really is. Okay, this one says, DSTV is killing us. All right, thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning, Roslyn. The attempt to promote local production of poultry is good news, but I dare say the political cartels will not allow it to succeed because they wittingly sabotage local industries like Commander Sugar Factory, Aveime Rice, Dako Farms, etc., to monopolize the importation of goods, which has become the cash cow for politicians. That's why they will intentionally collapse GBC and hide behind DSTV to exploit the people of Ghana. Wow, this mentality is something else. I mean, government hiding behind DSTV to what? Sabotage GTV?
No, it's not government. I tell you, when you come back, I'll tell you a story.
Please tell us. Okay, let me read this one, then you tell us the story, okay? Yeah. Rosalind, instead of investing in GTV, the government is promoting DSTV, which is a hot topic in the media. Do you know how much revenue DSTV is expected to generate this year? Meanwhile, we are still paying TV license to support GTV, so they need to step up their game and provide quality programs. As for me, if I want to watch, I just go a pub and buy my beer. That's all. Brookman from Annabelle. Wow. Okay, Sami Boache from Masamanke says, so the noise and pressure that some judge did about the reduction of DSTV didn't yield any good results. I'm waiting to see him doing same thing with LGBTQ+, because he was on everywhere making all sorts of noise, and now after he has been given the opportunity, he has suddenly been quiet about it. Why? Ghanaians want to know. He should deal with the issue of data bundles. Why is it currently expensive? Regards to Dr. Brian Champo. Okay, so I really want us, so I'll read this. And then, Honorable, as you are telling us the story, we'll try and see if we can switch together. Let me read this one first. Good morning, Rosalind. So you didn't try yesterday for skipping my message without reading it. I beg you, not all messages are insults, so try and always read that message. Okay. Says Honorable Ebenezer Latte. Ebenezer disrespected the studio and the listeners, and when I tried to correct him, you skipped my message and didn't read it. What did Honorable Ebenezer say that OSP was petitioned to investigate President Mahama? Etua Young Kuwa, Etua Dream from Mowat Insider Saturday. Okay, Mowat, today I've read your message, okay? All right, thank you. All right, so tell us the story.
I'm saying that there's a big cartel behind imports.
Okay.
In 2006, 2007, thereabouts, President Kufuor was in office. I was a member of the Trade Committee. Alan Chiromenten was the minister. Yeah. Now, J.B. Dankwa was the chairman of the Trade Committee. E.T. Mensah was the ranking. Kufuor's government introduced a bill in Parliament to impose taxes on oil and
importation of oil and rice.
We passed it, and the certificate of agency, Kufuor never appended his signature to it. Why? Because the lobbies had gotten to the politicians and told them that it was not in their interest, probably party in Hesika, it was not in their interest to sign that. That bill was introduced in Parliament by the former President Kufuor, because at that time, palm oil.
Alan was introducing the
palm oil was stored up in the eastern region. A lot.
Yes.
They couldn't sell. Now, the poultry industry was collapsing, declining. We couldn't even buy eggs. People were bringing eggs from Ivory Coast. The same, at that time, the rice import bill in this country was 600 million. Now it's more. And they said something must be done about it. They brought a bill to slap taxes on these commodities. We passed it.
There's a cartel.
There's a cartel?
Yes. So it's not as if government is hiding.
There's a cartel.
They go behind everywhere and demonstrate to the government that, look, if you pass this thing, this is what's going to happen. And sometimes, like he said about the rice industry, sometimes the politicians themselves are the importers. School feeding.
Sugar.
Yeah.
School feeding.
Yes.
They said we shouldn't use tomatoes. We should use local.
We shouldn't use imported tomatoes.
We should use local. At that time, Alan had commissioned the factory in Bolga. What happened? He imported tomatoes for school feeding because someone was going to make his cut.
Even with these cars, the chief of I think they issued a communique from the office of the chief of staff. Alan pushed for it. it was issued that ministers and agencies shouldn't buy or import vehicles. They should contract these the assemblies in Ghana to do it for them.
Yeah.
I think the following 2 weeks or so.
Anyway, so
they advertise for importation.
The new prices, for those of you who don't understand, we'll break it down to you. And Musbao did it earlier. Maybe you missed it. You're just tuning in, so we are going to break it down for you. Now, if you're on the paddy, and the paddy is the least paid one, which is the 59 Ghana cedis a month. Now, if you're paying paddy, okay, and you're paying 59 cedis, continue paying your 59 cedis, right? But then you get the number of channels that Access will give to you. So you pay 59 cedis, and then you benefit for Access package. Now, if you're on Access, this is it. If you're on Access and you're paying 99 cedis, and you say to yourself, I still want to be on Access, what do? You pay 59 cedis. Now, if you pay 59 cedis, let's do the math. Honorable is here, he's a doctor, so Honorable, please do the math for me.
What do you want to calculate?
So, yes, calculate for me. So,
The
difference.
There was another slide that had the differences.
So, the difference. So, just...
Well, this is 40.
Okay,
For
let me
the
see.
first one, this is 100.
Okay, so you say 40 cedis, okay?
Yeah.
So, you have actually decided
Now
that...
we're working for DSTV here, right?
No, we are working for the people. We are just letting people understand, because there are people who are...
I understand.
They don't understand. Okay, so instead of you paying 99 cedis, now you are saving 40 cedis
And this is
in your
almost
pocket.
double.
So
Yeah,
you save 40 cedis in your pocket, and you pay 59 cedis, okay?
And this
So
is
your
double.
price has dropped. Now, let's roughly say that you are on family.
100.
Instead of paying 190, you pay 99. Okay? You pay
So 91
That's
Ghana.
91 Ghana.
91 Ghana.
91. So you save 91 Ghana cedis.
And
Now,
you're 190.
good. If you are on compact, you
are
pay...
saving half.
You are saving half. You pay
That's
190.
190.
Okay. And if you are on compact plus, you pay 380.
190.
So you save
Another
190. Now, if you're on premium, you pay 570. That is what it is. That is what it is. Just in case you don't understand.
That one you are saving about 300.
Let me assist you in doing something.
Coming to the board.
My strategy,
Honorable wants to find X.
Yeah, he's has to find X on the board.
this strategy,
Yeah.
marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a marketing strategy they have employed. You say, paddy was the basic.
Yes.
Now, so they are saying that pay paddy. Pay paddy.
Pay the basic.
But now the value that we are going to give you is access. You understand?
Yes.
So the value proposition, pay paddy,
And
you get access.
Buy one, get one free.
Yes.
So you are getting more free. So if your problem was that you were dissatisfied with paddy, but you couldn't get to access because you were not paying for access, they're saying that you are going to get
Give you
access now.
Yes.
So by pay paddy.
Yes.
Many people, so that strategy, many people are going to buy now to observe access.
Yes.
You understand? So I will not be surprised if at the end of the year they make more money than they used to make.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they will.
You have
Yes.
more
Of course,
people.
they will.
So it's a business strategy.
They will. That's
So now-
if they
now
are
we
able
need
to
boost
monitor
our
the
local-
cross-border.
Our local industry. So stations like Joy Prime, multimedia, government, we need your support here too.
Agreed.
Yeah, sure.
Agreed.
Yes, so let's try and see.
Oh, but you are
what
doing
government-
well.
Yeah, no,
They could do better.
DSTV is doing well. So what can you do as government for the local
She's
industry
talking
as
about
well?
them, you know,
Maybe you want
the
to hit
entirety.
the sky. You're doing well.
DSTV is
Joy-
doing well.
They can do more.
Joy
We can do
started.
more.
They can do more.
Joy
Look
started
at the
small.
number. No, look at the number of subscribers on DSTV alone.
Yeah.
Can you probably do something for us, the local industry, especially multimedia?
I was even looking forward to a point, because Ghana has so many local channels, both television and radio. I was looking forward to pushing more Digibox. Probably we should have a more centralized
Yes.
one
Yes.
by government that has all the local Ghanaian stations and channels on it. And we can start promoting these boxes in from our schools and from our agents.
One small major league.
You are,
That's the thing.
You see,
What's saying, Governor?
I'm saying that everything boils down to content.
Content. Okay.
Well, we cannot have.
When it comes to the
let
content,
me worry you.
So
But
if
Rosa,
you guys,
content
successive
is
governments
expensive.
Or previous governments have tried to support content creators.
yes. Content, we need to go now.
I wanted to just add
Okay.
this one thing, that I'll plead with the Ghana Football Association. How they capture matches, they need to improve it.
Yes.
And,
Production.
And that is very important.
It all boils down to production.
It'll make it that
So at this point, we'll say that we need government to subsidize on certain things. We want content, but we need government to subsidize when it comes to content making, because content creation is a lot of money. Production. I'm a production person, and I can assure you that the amount of money that we have to put in there, and we don't get it back. And government will also tax you heavily without even thinking twice about it. And so at this point, we are pleading that if government can subsidize and support our local industry, we can go ahead and create the beautiful content. Because nobody can tell us that we don't have creatives in Ghana.
We have.
No, we do. Ghanaians are extremely creative.
But the point is,
but we have to go.
It has to. Just a very last one.
Okay.
It has to do with the funding. Content is expensive.
Yes.
Quality is expensive.
Yes.
And so we had proposed that the BOG, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Art, could push the banks into bringing a special dispensation for our creative industry, where they would be able to have a cut of the bank's profit, all right, being invested into the creative industry at a single-digit rate. So Rosen's production company, all right, if they go to a particular bank.
Mabia.
All right.
What we want is content. Whichever way we are going to support Ghanaian industries to produce content,
please
we
support.
should support.
That's all we ask for. All right, so a very big thank you to my guests for being here this morning. Thank you so much, Honorable Fusaini, for making time. Nanayao, thank you so much. Honorable Fusaini represented the NDC. Nanayao Sapon represented Movement for Change, and Dr. Adomako Kisi represented the NPP. Thank you so much. We are super, super grateful.